muscle ache.
If you'd rather be home, ask your doctor about Neulasta Onpro. Pay no more than $5 per dose with copay card.
You're headed down the highway when the guy in front slams on his brakes out of nowhere. You do too, but not in time. Hey, no big deal. You got a good record, and Liberty Mutual won't hold a grudge by raising your rates over one mistake. You hear that, Karen? Liberty Mutual doesn't hold grudges. How mature of them.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise their rates because of their first accident. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
With counseling and using the nicotine patch and gum, I quit for good. My tip is get help to find the best way for you to quit smoking.
Before you have to replace your voice box.
You can quit. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW for help getting free medication.
This is the Nutrisystem sale you don't want to miss.
Introducing the 2-for-1 sale. Get 2 months of food for the price of 1. It's like getting a month of food free. Enjoy your favorite foods made healthier. Perfectly balanced to put your body in fat-burning mode. Lose up to 13 pounds and 7 inches overall in your first month.
I'm Marie and I lost 50 pounds with Nutrisystem.
I lost 60 pounds with Nutrisystem.
Count, measure, meetings, not with Nutrisystem.
Order your 28-day plan right now. You'll get specially designed meals.
You get the right foods in the right portions, so you learn how to keep the weight off.
Plus 1 week of Fresh Start shakes with probiotics to shrink your belly free.
There's even a money-back guarantee.
This sale won't last. Get 2 months of food for the price of 1. Good on every plan until you reach your weight loss goals.
Call or go online right now.
Go online or call 877-866-FIT5 right now to get 2 for the price of 1 plus probiotic shakes free.
Welcome back, everybody. Jonathan, let's start with you. All the backyard stuff, trip to the Riviera Nayarit, and Chevy Cruze. You bid $22,500. Actual retail price, $29,706. There was a $7,206. Zane. Some house cleaning money, trip to France, and a brand new Hyundai Accent. You bid $27,500. Actual retail price, $28,994. Congratulations. Zane takes it all. $30,293 of the prizes in one day. Good for him. Hey, thanks for tuning in, folks. Really a blessing when you spend the hour with us. I really mean it. Please get your pets spayed or neutered. Help control the pet population. We'll see you next time on The Price is Right. Bye-bye.
Next at noon, a Bahamian pastor and his family become local refugees. Now they give an exclusive look at their town after Dorian left it in ruin. Then a dangerous intersection for kids on the way to school, the changes the city has made, and what parents are asking for now. Plus, how local scientists are exploring the universe under a mile of frozen ice.
You can find love in the most unexpected places.
Come here often?
Yes, I work 12-hour shifts.
I was making a joke.
It was not funny.
From executive producer Chuck Lorre.
I'm looking for a nurse. Her name is Abishola. Do you have her address?
Honey, you in Detroit? You need to give me some money.
Bob Hart's Abishola premieres CBS September 23rd. Wherever we have to go.
We've just flown along the coastline.
Whatever we have to do.
The white police were throwing the first rounds of tear gas.
Every evening we are focused on finding and telling the truth and earning your trust.
You traveled the whole way with your son?
Oh, yeah. The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell.
CBS 47 Action News Jacks at noon begins with first alert weather.
A tropical disturbance will impact parts of Florida over the weekend. This is a live look at satellite where you can see a few disturbances there. And this is new video tweeted out by hurricane hunters in the last hour. It shows a plane preparing to fly over one of the disturbances in the Caribbean. Thanks so much for joining us on Action News Jax at noon. I'm Letitia Barriola.
And I'm Phil Amato. The First Alert weather team says that disturbance could go anywhere from southern Florida to east of Jacksonville. Action News Jax has live team coverage for you on the tropics with a look at the devastation of evacuees who came to our area left behind. But we can begin with Action News Jax First Alert meteorologist Stacy Garvilla. And Stacy, you're tracking showers in our area now.
We have a couple of showers in our area, which we'll show you on 5-speed First Alert Doppler HD coming up. But these are not associated with this tropical disturbance that we are keeping a close eye on, located near the southeastern portion of the Bahamas. Now, tracking the tropics, there is another wave coming off the coast of Africa, but let's focus on this one called 95L. This is possibly going to be getting a name here in the next day or two, as it looks like tropical development now a little bit more favorable really into tomorrow. Now, this is called 95L right now. Maximum sustained winds at 30 miles per hour. The movement is off to the north and west at 6 miles per hour. Again, there is the potential for some development as this tracks to the north and west. So it is likely we will begin to feel a couple of impacts from that, mostly going to be heavy rain, high surf, and high rip currents, which is the usual. If this does get a name, the next one on the list here in the 2019 hurricane names is Humberto, so we'll closely monitor that. Either way, plan for periods of showers and storms this weekend with the potential for some of that rain to be heavy, increased wind, increased rip currents, and high surf too. We'll track that and some of those local showers coming up in just a few minutes. We are in peak hurricane season, and you gotta be prepared. You can find our hurricane guide on the First Alert Weather app and read Talking the Tropics with Mike. It's updated daily.
A cargo ship is on its side of the St. Simon Sound for a fifth day now. 4,300 feet of floating barriers are now in place to contain oil that may have spilled. The environmental impact of this is a big concern, too. The Coast Guard is now working to get that ship upright and reopen the Port of Brunswick. Action News Jax told you Sunday when the Golden Ray capsized.
And local experts say it may have been caused by cars inside the ship not being properly tied down. Hundreds of dock workers have been out of work since Sunday. Action News Jax Lorena Enclan live in Brunswick. And Lorena, those workers in the Coast Guard are hoping to see the port back open today.
They are. It is not fully open, but as we saw yesterday, 2 vessels were allowed to go past here, and the Longshoremen's Association says that another 2 will be allowed today. I do want to show you what's going on right now. As you can see, you were mentioning how there was a perimeter set up around the vessel. You could actually see that with some of the boats sort of waiting around it. There's a half-mile perimeter set up around the Golden Ray to contain some of that sheening. Now, I do want to show you this screenshot from marinetraffic.com that shows how many ships are waiting to enter the Port of Brunswick. We counted 7. Some of them need to make a stop here to pick up cargo, so it's not like they have the option to go to another port. And this picture doesn't even show you the vessels that are docked at the port and have not been able to leave. The Golden Ray's capsizing has significantly impacted commerce here in Brunswick, an industry that is the lifeblood of this community along with tourism. Now, opening the channel back up and getting things back to normal here at the Port of Brunswick is a priority for the Coast Guard, but there is a lot going on back here, and they need to make sure that before they open up the channel that it won't impact their salvage operations. 179 responders are working to figure all of this out right now, and I'm working on speaking with some of them next at 5. Reporting live in Brunswick, Lorena Enclan, CBS47, Action News Jax.
Health officials want people in St. Simons and Jekyll Islands to be careful while the ship is in the water. Action News Jax told you Sunday when a swim advisory was issued. Well, today it was announced you can go in the water, but there are a few things to look out for. If you don't see if you see a sheen of oil, that's it. Don't swim. It could irritate eyes and skin. If fish caught in the area smells or tastes like oil, do not eat it. Action News Jax will continue to follow the story for you until that ship is removed. Download the Action News Jax mobile app to see a photo gallery, learn how other massive ships have been uprighted, and hear from rescue crews.
Right now, Action News Jax is working to learn more about a drug bust at a local Boost mobile store. The sheriff's office says a Middleburg store was being used to sell heroin and meth. This is a new picture from that store. Deputies say drug sales happened during the day and buyers acted like they were there to purchase cell phones. In the last half hour, Action News Jack's got the mugshots for 6 people facing charges for this operation. The Sheriff's Office will give an update at 2 this afternoon, and you can count on us to have the latest on Action News Jax at 5 o'clock. Action News Jax working to learn if a pedestrian involved in a crash this morning was a student. JSL was on the scene at the intersection of 103rd Street and Firestone Road. This is in the Cedar Hills area near Westside High School. We'll update you as soon as we learn more.
Covering Nassau County, where all lanes of State Road 200 there are blocked at Chester Road because of a gas leak. The Sheriff's Office is out there now trying to get it fixed and reopen the road for you. You can see the cones and crews out there. If you're headed that way, take another route.
The Bahamas are struggling to clean up after Hurricane Dorian. The eye wall planted over Grand Bahama for some 30 hours. Right now, about 2,500 people are listed as missing in the Bahamas. Officials say that number could include evacuees. Now, search and rescue crews are working their way through the islands as we speak. Action News Jack spoke to a Bahamian pastor and his family who survived that destruction. The family gave us these exclusive pictures here to show what's left of Marsh Harbor. They're now in St. Augustine as refugees. Action News Jack's Elizabeth Pace picks up our live team coverage this morning and this afternoon. And Elizabeth, that family says they have nowhere to go now, unfortunately.
They don't know how long they'll be here in St. Augustine because their town was wiped away because of the storms. Less than 24 hours ago, their plane landed right here at the Northeast Florida Regional Airport. And right now they say they're just thankful to be in a safe place. For the first time, we're hearing from a Bahamian pastor and his family who escaped destruction during Hurricane Dorian.
You feel sorry for the people and you feel bad at the same time, then you feel like you're close to death.
This is video you'll only see on Action News Jax. This is what they saw when Dorian first hit Marsh Harbor. John Gary, his wife, and 4 kids watched the roof of their house blow off. They made it to their church, but couldn't stay there for long.
When we're inside the church and the roof gone again, we have to run again, try to go somewhere else.
They evacuated to Nassau, where they met a local pilot, Stephen Cipro. He had made several trips to the Bahamas to deliver supplies and take families back to the U.S. On his 5th trip, he met the Garys.
Now that they've been evacuated, they're just displaced and not sure where to go with their lives. So we're just trying to find, select people we can bring up here and kind of at least get them established for a little while.
They made it to Northeast Florida Regional Airport in St. Augustine Wednesday evening. Action News Jack's Ryan Nelson talked to them right after they got off the plane.
You tell God thank you for being here today.
It's a relief, like from all we've been through, and now we could be somewhere we feel we're actually safe.
Now, not only did Cipro fly them here to St. Augustine, he says he also opened up his home to them until they can find other arrangements. But he says it hasn't been easy. Ahead at 5, we'll show you some difficulties they had getting through U.S. Customs. Reporting live in St. Johns County, Elizabeth Pace, CBS47, Action News Jax.
A famous stunt pilot says a mechanical issue made her plane flip. Action News Jax first told you Wednesday when Patty Wagstaff's plane skidded off the runway. You can see it here on its side at the Northeast Florida Regional Airport in St. Augustine. Wagstaff has some minor injuries. Her passenger is okay. Action News Jax spoke to a friend of hers at the airport.
We just knew that everything seemed to be okay because we saw everyone emerging from the plane pretty much.
The FAA is investigating the crash.
Well, some of you may not be familiar with Patty Wagstaff. She is a 3-time U.S. National Aerobatic Champion, a 6-time member of the U.S. Aerobatic Team, and has been inducted into the National Aviation Hall of Fame. She's the first woman to win the title of U.S. National Aerobatic Champion.
The House Judiciary Chairman says, make no doubt about it, the panel is investigating whether or not to impeach President Trump. Action News Jack's Jacqueline Fell is in Washington now with the vote the committee took today and what Republicans say about the move.
Lawmakers took a step towards potential impeachment proceedings against President Trump. The House Judiciary Committee voted along party lines to define rules for future impeachment hearings. It was a procedural move that lays the groundwork for future hearings, which the chairman says will begin next week. There's been a lot of confusion about whether or not House Democrats are actually looking to impeach the president, which not all Democrats want, and polls show most Americans do not support it. Republicans laughed off today's vote. The top GOP lawmaker accused the committee of being a, quote, giant Instagram filter, claiming it looks like Democrats are doing something they're actually not.
When we look at this, though, let's look at the facts. Nothing we have here is anything that could not have been handled 5 minutes before a hearing of any time that we have.
Let me clear up any remaining doubt. The conduct under investigation poses a threat to our democracy. We have an obligation to respond to this threat, and we are doing so.
It's unclear whether the impeachment process will ever move beyond this committee. And if it does, the Republican-led Senate is highly unlikely to convict President Trump and remove him from office. In Washington, Jacqueline Fell, CBS 47 Action News Jax.
It is debate night in America. The third Democratic debate is in Houston, Texas tonight. Unlike the first two, it will be only for one night. 10 candidates will square off on one stage for the first time. You can listen in tonight starting at 8 on News 104.5 WOKV.
Right now, people living along Beach Boulevard are under a boil water advisory. It's for those in the area from SUNY Pines to Drona Drive. This is video from Wednesday as crews worked to clean up the water after that water main break. Action News Jax told you this morning when they finished making those repairs. JA says a utility contractor from another company cracked the pipe while drilling in the area yesterday afternoon. Right now, Edward Waters College is making a big announcement. Action News Jax has a crew there, but we have no word yet on what that big surprise is. It's happening at the sports complex there. We'll have an update for you on Action News Jax at 5 p.m.
I'm First Alert meteorologist Stacey Garvillo. We've been tracking a few local showers out there, some brief heavy downpours that have been moving in off the Atlantic. We'll let you know what the rest of the day looks like, plus a look ahead to the weekend where we could see some of those tropical impacts. That's ahead in the First Alert forecast.
Action News Jax investigates a dangerous intersection for kids on the way to school. The changes the city has made and what parents are asking for now.
What to watch, brought to you by Ashley Home Store.
An update to a story in Nassau County where all lanes of State Road 200 are back open. Action News Jax told you when a gas leak caused the lanes to close. Just like 2-3 minutes ago,
Right.
back open for you. Local students are helping scientists explore other parts of the universe using a telescope that's more than a mile of ice.
Yeah, this is really weird.
Wow.
Now, right underneath it, too. New at noon, Action News Jax Beth Russo shows us what the University of North Florida is building and shipping to the South Pole to help with research.
And if you come right in here, you can see that right now the telescope is in pieces. Eventually, these will be put together, and this telescope will be placed on top of an even larger one that's buried under the ice in the South Pole.
Mathematics and astrophysics are what Andre Sierra sees in his future.
I'm just 20 years old. I have a lot of choices right ahead of me.
The University of North Florida Junior tells me it's why he's lucky to be involved in the building of an ICE-ACT telescope.
I was in charge of monitoring the data that was sent from the South Pole to us right here.
Professor Jack Hewitt says the prototype telescope will work with another in the South Pole already buried 2 kilometers under the ice to find cosmic rays in Earth's atmosphere.
It's literally a way of experiencing the universe that we could never do on our own.
Hewitt tells me using the telescope, they'll learn more about black holes, stars, and even space travel. Sierra says the work is helping him choose a career.
Just being involved in this kind of research has been extremely influential in deciding what I want to do in the future.
UNF is taking steps to help the community learn more about this project and astronomy in general. I'll tell you how coming up all new on Action News Jax at 5. Reporting at UNF, Beth Russo, Action News Jax.
An Action News Jax investigation gets results for families in Ocean Way. A sidewalk is helping to make a formerly dangerous bus stop safer. So this is video of the stop at the intersection of Duval Station Road and Majestic Court. Before the sidewalk, kids had to walk along a busy road. Still, parents, they want to see more safety precautions.
I feel like, kids will be safe. Any pedestrian will be safe now. If I wouldn't have reached out to you all, nothing would have changed.
True, but I would like to say he started this process, so thanks for you to bringing this to our attention. Families tell us they'd also like to see the speed limit on this road lowered.
Well, new at noon, a car crashed into a JTA bus during the morning commute today. These are new pictures from a viewer who saw that crash on 103rd Street and California Avenue. JTA says there was one passenger on board the bus, but no one was hurt, neither the bus or the car.
Now, certified Jacksonville's most accurate weather forecast. Action News Jax First Alert Weather.
And the peak of hurricane season was just 2 days ago, but of course all eyes still on the tropics, especially this disturbance that is moving into the southeastern portions of the Bahamas right now with a slow move off to the north and west and the potential to develop into something tropical. A tropical depression or storm within the next day or two is very possible too. Conditions are looking more favorable as this heads towards the Florida Peninsula. And either way, this looks to be a system, whether it has tropical development or not, that brings us some rain. Now, how much we see is really in question. It depends on the track. As of right now, it looks like anywhere along and east of I-95, we could see 3 to 4 plus inches of rain. Farther inland, about 1 to 2 plus inches. But these numbers could go way up or way down, depending on the track. We're also going to see an increase in our rip current risk here. It's already in the moderate category out there today with a surf at 2 to 4 feet. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday in the high category. The surf actually increasing to about 5 to 7 footers there on Saturday. So use extra caution if you are headed to the beaches. Of course, you will be dodging a few showers and storms. And we already saw a pretty gusty shower come through just a couple hours ago at Jacksonville Beach on our First Alert Skycam network. It's 88 degrees and the wind is out of the east-northeast at 14 miles per hour. It'll become even breezier here in the next several hours. In fact, gusts to 20 to 30 miles per hour possible at the coast. Now, 5-speed First Alert Doppler HD showing some of these showers that are working their way west and southwest. This is all due to the northeast flow, those onshore winds today. So we still have a few showers located across Nassau County. Now the heaviest downpour moving into southern Charlton County. A lightning strike on that one too. So some isolated thunderstorms. A few showers now in southern Baker County, northern Union and Bradford counties. And just crossed the St. Johns River here south of Green Cove Springs. If we travel a little farther south along 17, there's been some rain through Palatka, even Crescent City, now headed for the Georgetown area. So a couple of showers to dodge out there today in the north. northeast flow, we'll see this pattern continue into tomorrow. So still some showers at times, and these winds will keep us still in the mid and upper 80s again tomorrow. But things do start to change for us a bit headed into the weekend. That's when we'll see the increase in showers and storms due to that tropical disturbance. Your weekend always in view in the First Alert 7-day forecast. We have those highs expected in the mid-80s again. As we get more details on what track this disturbance could take, that's when we'll know how much rain we see. But still some showers and storms into next week with highs in the mid to upper 80s. You can always catch this forecast online. Head to actionnewsjax.com and download for free the First Alert weather app. Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish will be in at 5 tracking the latest on the tropics.
CBS 47 and Fox 30 are your official Jaguar stations. Join Britt Martineau, Calais Campbell, and receiver DJ Shark at Mushroom Shark in Avondale for Jaguars All Access. They'll talk about the upcoming game against the Houston Texans. You can't make it? Then that's okay. Tune in tonight to CBS 47 at 7.
Well, it's time to say goodbye. The send-off the community has planned before the carousel in St. Augustine shuts down for good. You know, this is sad. In St. Augustine, the community will say goodbye to an iconic attraction.
Yeah, Action News Jax told you Wednesday when the family who owns the carousel at Davenport Park decided to take it down. So this comes just days after the owner's unexpected death. Well, today at 3, the community is invited to go on out there, ride the carousel for what could be the last time. I know, Phil, your kids used to ride this.
Yeah, it's been around for 20 years. The kids used to ride. It was only $1 to ride. Gonna miss it. Well, General Motors announced a recall on more than 3 million vehicles. Some models of the Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra pickups are included in this recall. The company says the issue stems from a faulty brake pump that may increase drivers' risks of getting into a crash. Action News Jax investigates a local veteran saying that he was blindsided with cancer caused by Roundup weed killer. The one thing still keeping this product on local store shelves.
And a few brief heavy downpours moving through the area.
Okay, watch out for that. Have a good day, everyone.
YNR is next.
Well, women are actually better tippers than men, unless they're millennials. But when they do tip, they tip more.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I haven't, but I was taught by good parents.
There you go.
So, especially if